Boot space would probably be the top reason to buy a Škoda Superb Combi. And while this 1.5 TSI IV PHEV version has slightly less than the standard car due to the battery taking up that little bit of extra space, it's still massive back there. The 60/40 configuration of the rear seats mean that all this extra space can easily be accessed by either pulling on the release handles located in the boot or on the shoulder of the seats. There's also a handy ski hatch located in the middle of the bench, as well as rear armrest with 2 cup holders and a mobile phone holder so you can keep rear seat passengers easily entertained. The boot features handy storage for the charging cables under the floor, as well as 2 further storage spaces either side of the boot. 2 passengers in the rear of the Superb will be more than comfortable with a huge amount of legroom and headroom for adults. As is the norm for most rear benches, the middle seat gets the raw deal with reduced shoulder and foot space, but it's not the worst and you can do it for short journeys. When you sit in the front of the Škoda Superb, you don't immediately notice a fancy cabin design or jazzy features, but they're there, and most importantly, they're useful. Not all the functions are accessed via the screen, and beneath the main screen you have 3 rotary dials which can access multiple services from fan speed, temperature, driving modes and volume controls. You can select each by depressing the middle of the dial and using the rotary controller to select the function. The controllers do work well, but could do with some nicer materials and less travel in the notches. The driver gets a customisable display with as much or as little information as you need, from fuel, range, speed and economy. There are plenty of standard features such as heated and massaging front seats, front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, a wireless phone charging dock which is itself cooled, and you also get keyless start. The driver gets a sufficient amount of seat adjustment including massage functionality, extendable seat base, lumbar support with plenty of rake and reach on the steering wheel. The combination of the car's capability over long distances and ability to soak up the bumps with an added element of dynamism lends itself to long days behind the wheel being made all the much easier on the driver. On this latest edition of the Superb, it's available with a handy driver assistance tech button on the steering wheel, and it gives you quick access for turning off lane assist. It still has to be updated to preferred settings every time you start the car though. It also has technology which helps prevent pulling out or reversing into the path of unseen traffic. The 1.5 TSI has 201 brake horsepower and can go for up to 100 kilometers just about without using the petrol engine, and it's silky smooth as long as you don't force the acceleration. If you do, you'll hear it grinding away for next to no performance, so it's best left to gently get up to speed and cruise along in near silence. The battery can accept up to 50 kilowatts of charge to get a 10 to 80% top up in around 25 minutes. The Škoda Superb Combi is an accomplished long distance cruiser that soaks up lumps and bumps, takes all the family and their luggage. The technology is practical, yet the interior quality could be a bit nicer, but I'd forgo that over the functionality and utilitarian nature of the infotainment system.